Ever since the midnight run began, every driver who took that route saw the same mysteriously dressed woman at different stops, and they all ended up dying in strange accidents soon afterward. Finally, the company reluctantly suspended the route. But because it was so profitable, one fearless driver begged the station master to let him try it, hoping to earn enough money for his mother's surgery. Surprisingly, the station master agreed, but not without setting 3 odd rules. 1. After leaving the city, stop at every station and open the doors fully, even if nobody's waiting. Once you've passed a stop, don't pull over anywhere else. 2. When you reach the last station, no matter what, stay on the bus. Turn around right away and be sure to return to the depot before 1 a.m. Don't set foot outside the vehicle under any circumstances. 3. Never mention anything that happens on this route to anyone. Although uneasy, the driver agreed anything for his mother's health. On the day he was supposed to start, a friend tried to talk him out of it. That midnight run's cursed, he warned. The last driver died today. Please don't go. But desperate, the driver climbed into his seat and drove off anyway. At the first stop, no one. He opened and closed the doors dutifully, then pressed on. Same at the second and third stops, empty platforms. By the fourth, the driver spotted a tombstone leaning against the sign. As soon as he opened the door, the bus's interior lights began to flicker, and a cold wind howled through the cabin. Heart pounding, he whispered a prayer and rushed on to the 5th stop. Just then, his phone rang. It was the friend again, breathless. Be careful at the last stop. The previous driver died there. Panic washed over him when he glanced around. The 5th platform was filled with passengers all staring at him like they'd been waiting forever. Though frightened, he reminded himself of the rules and pressed on to the 6th stop. 2 eerily identical women stepped onto the bus, giggling as they drifted to the back seats. Then a snarling black dog bounded onto the platform and blocked his path. Frozen, the driver remembered the station master's orders, no stopping except at a station. Desperate, he rolled down his window and tossed a ham sausage toward the dog, hoping to scare it off, but it snarled and refused to budge. Just as the driver despaired, the woman in red from earlier stepped forward and shooed the dog away. The other passengers, unnerved, began to disembark one by one until only the 2 women remained. The bus approached the terminal, and the driver realized with a jolt that he still had 40 minutes before the final departure at 1 a.m. He turned around to ask the women which stop they wanted. They simply smiled and said, "We're getting off at the last stop." He nodded and prepared to close the doors, but before he could, the woman in red pressed her pale face against the window and pounded on the door as if to force her way in.